How's it going, folks? It's your old buddy T-Biz here, and we got a new reaction figure from Super 7. We got the Circle Jerks. I guess they call him the Skank Man or the Skank Guy, or I just like the Circle Jerks guy, just like the DRI had their little symbol with their little guy that kind of slamming or moshing. But yeah, it's a Skank dude, and yeah, he just looks like he's raring to go in a circle pit. And yeah, I guess it could be considered what a Bay Area punk or whatever, or this is, because yeah, the Circle Jerks and Bad Religion, stuff like that. And I've got into Circle Jerks probably around late junior high, early high school era, back in the 90s. And I think the first albums I ever heard were, was it 4? I can't remember what album. And Group Sex. Is it 4 or 5? I can't remember the title of the album. And Group Sex. Never really got into Wild in the Streets. It's not a bad record, but it's not my favorite. But this figure is interesting as far as reaction figures go, because you've got a figure, but he's not just static like all the rest of the figures, like like Bionic Woman. He's just not static. He's actually moving about, which is cool. And we'll have to see if we can get him set up in a funny picture or something like that at the end of the video. Yeah, very cool, very iconic. Man, Keith Morris, Greg Hetson, Lucky, was it dude, he had a lot of different people in this band too at one point. I think so there's a good documentary. I have to leave the link in the description for you to go watch it on another channel. But I think or My Life is a Circle Jerk or something like that. And even I think Chris Poland from Megadeth even played with these guys. He was after Megadeth, he played little bass for them, so that's pretty interesting, pretty cool. But there you go, man. This is awesome. The card art is awesome on this figure, for sure. And here's a look at the back with some old flyers. And they're actually on tour with, I think, they're on tour with 7 Seconds and A Negative Approach. I don't know if they'd be playing with Bouncing Souls, too, at some different venues, but I could be wrong about that. I could be right. But either way, I would love to catch them here, because I don't get out much these days. I haven't got out since the Roni hit or whatever, so it's been a while. I think the last couple shows I saw were like Cave In and Dweezil Zappa and Tool. Those were some of the last few shows before a couple years ago or whatever. But here's a good show right there, Minor Threat and Circle Jerks. That would have been a rough show. If you've ever seen any Minor Threat live, at least on YouTube or anything like that, there's or their DVD or whatever, VHS or whatever, there's some hardcore like stage diving and dancing at those shows. But yeah, there's Fear. Actually, I almost was able to see Fear once. They actually, Sam Black Church opened up for them, but I don't know, I was just like, I'm not too interested in Fear, so I ended up just staying for Sam Black Church and bolting out. I should have stayed for Fear, but I was an ignorant teenager, so yeah, there you go. Let's see, that's about it. No racism, no sexism, no homophobia. Right on, right on. Yeah, we're gonna have to get this guy open and check him out. And it looks like this is that one reaction figure that needs a stand, because he will not stand on his own. I tried, I gave it a good old school try, and he just won't. And he's only 5P articulation, so his head turns a little bit, not so much. And yeah, there you go. His arms move about. His legs can move about. It's cool. You got the flannel tied around the waist, which is cool. He's got a Circle Jerk shirt on. He's just ready to be in the pit. He's got those old school boots. Because I remember seeing old pictures of the guys in, I think, Bad Religion. They had these kind of boots on, like boots and stuff with the bandanas and spurs. Kind of rough. Kind of a rough crowd, that those guys, those punkers from back then. And yeah, man, the kind of guys that would spit on you and punch on you. But a really cool figure. The detail's really nice. It's like, that's the thing with Super 7. They can either go like super cheese balls, or they can go like almost hyper detailed. Like it's kind of weird, but pretty cool either way. And yeah, it's awesome, man. Really, really awesome. And just fitting for a Circle Jerks figure. It'd be funny if they did the, I don't know, no telling what they're going to do next, because sometimes these figures are a surprise to me. Like, I had no idea they're going to do the Paul Bailoff figure, or the, or good old Cliff Burton, and the Circle Jerks dude. Like, then they have Grandmaster Flash, which I've had to pass up on recently just because I don't have all the money. Anyways, but either way, I had to get the Circle Jerks figure. That was a must, just because it's one of my favorite bands or punk bands so far. But another thing too is like I think my most favorite punk band of all times would be Bad Brains. Next to the Misfits, I do love the Misfits, even though I have a tattoo. But besides Misfits, it would be a tie-in for Bad Brains. And it just really, I don't know. I guess they could. I don't know if they could do a Bad Brains figure, or if anybody at Super 7 even likes the Bad Brains. I have no idea. I have no idea. But Bad Brains, they deserve some kind of a figure, something. Maybe HR, maybe Line of Judah, something, man. I mean, maybe I'm alone, maybe I'm not. Let me know in the comments what you think. You know, if you're into any old school punk rock or hardcore or anything like that, especially the American stuff. Anyways, yeah, little circle jerk dude, man. Awesome. Also makes me think, like I said before, like the DRI, little DRI guy. So yeah, this is awesome. Definitely gonna have to get him set up in a cool pick, and just have some fun with him. Maybe that'd be the thumbnail. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyways, thanks for watching, y'all, and have a good one. All right, later.
And here you go, folks. Once again, poor old Archie getting in the way in the mosh pit and probably going to get sent to the floor. But once again, thanks for watching, y'all, and have a good one.